So I was wrong. CSU taking a VOD review break for that game. We are currently getting things back together here in a minute, though. There will be a game 2. At this point, we are just waiting for the draft to start. Once we get that going, we'll things rolling. I hate that I can't sit back all the way in my chair because of the short headphones cords here. We are seeing CSU switch sides here. I wonder if that's what it was, because they're always on the blue side. Actually, I'm just gonna wait for the main draft. They didn't send me the draft link. They're in the middle of the draft. They're currently not looking at their league app, so they're not gonna see my messages. That's fine. I could. I think it's more exciting when I have, like... Yeah, when there's a music playing in the background, there's some tense stuff. It's better when I'm solo. If there's two casters, I would like to see the draft screen just because there's more back and forth, but... Yeah. Should be starting here shortly. About 5 minutes, hopefully. I don't know who's over there meowing. I want to say that's Jason. It's funny, though. I wish my mic would pick it up, but I have so much noise suppression on here because we have no pod out in the main room. I can't wait to build it, though, once we get something kind of in motion. Could also act as a third production room if we want to. And the teams shuffle up each other real quick, get back into their proper positions here. We're just waiting for Aqualad here. Alright, the ADC and the support have arrived. I think everybody is ready. At least on CSU side, everybody's ready. We're just waiting for SHU. Alright, we're seeing Yone get banned.
Draven out.
Draven getting banned, unfortunately for Scrub McLord.
Seems you left your brave pants at home.
Poppy and Colette getting banned. That Skarner banned. That Ivern banned for Beard's Weird. They really just don't want to see the CSU utility team comp. I think that's what they're scared of right now. We are seeing Jason pick back up the Ornn. It worked for him last time, and this Volibear, it's a Kled Volibear one trick, really, I feel. He might pick up Skarner, but I feel like the Skarner might be support. Kaisek's picking up Tristana, as I expected he would. And we are not under Fearless rules, so... LeBlanc coming out. Got the Vi coming out for... Oh. Apparently both ADCs got auto-picked. That's interesting. That's why we saw the Vi and there's this out-of-pocket. I don't even remember what Scrub McLord picked there. That was apparently an auto-pick. So we're going to be sitting back here in this draft again.
Seems you left your brave pants at home.
So we did see the Volibear do quite a bit of split pushing there at the end and being able to hold on to some things late game. So I think that's why they're probably repicking the Volibear.
Coward, may you die with your eyes closed.
My genius will be understood eventually.
Seeing the Varus getting picked here by SHU. Zeri coming back out for Scrub McLord. What is with it auto-picking? Riot, fix your client. Riot ain't no small indie company, Corp. Oh.
No cure for fools. Draven out. Y'all want you was all yellow. Happy to take this one.
At this point, I just want to know what Aqualad's picking here. I wonder if it's for Khan.
Seems you left your brave pants at home. Want me to wait while you go get them?
Seeing Volibear, Ornn, we know these picks. Gragas coming back out. I think that was a Lilia once again. I think CSU's in a better mindset after watching the VODs. Kaisek's is picking Tristana, not going for an out-of-pocket Varus pick. Seeing the enemy ADC take Varus, though, makes me understand why they wanted to try that. And it was working for a while, but I feel like it just... Tristana's just better to pick, and I understand why they might want to try to keep this Varus out, but I feel like Jhin is a bigger threat, and I think trying to counterpick things like that might not be the best idea, especially on a game 1. So we'll see
Come on. What's the worst that could happen?
what ends up happening here.
You would lost a day in the void.
We're finally going to see this game start to go. Rakan's coming back out from Aqualad. Zeri Rakan did work out pretty well. Leona coming back out. I believe this Leona's a one trick. It feels like it. Just with the way that they play, they feel like they understand their character so well. We're going to be seeing the game start here in about 3.5 minutes. Go grab your snacks, go grab your coffee, because this is going to be a late one. I have a feeling this game's probably going to take a good 45 minutes, and if CSU ends up winning, we're going to be sitting here for a game 3. These are very similar team comps to what we've seen before. I am a bit concerned about the LeBlanc against this Tristana here. I do think the Yone probably wasn't worth banning. I do feel Yone was carrying hard late game, especially with that CC, especially with this being able to peel in and out of situations very quickly. I do think Tristana's the better pick, especially for Kha'Zix here. I do think maybe even counter-picking instead of banning Yone would have worked for Kha'Zix. I know that Kha'Zix loves Yone, and I know that he plays Yone pretty solidly. But as far as this team comp goes, I think Tristana fits into it a whole lot better. I would like to see something different from Jason, but I feel like if CSU starts to lose gold advantage early, they're going to be better off late game because of the Ornn buff, or the Ornn items, and the rework and all that. And I mean, Jason's showing that he can pull his own weight with Ornn. Ornn isn't necessarily a great top laner or a great. I mean, he is a solid character, and his passive is amazing. The fact that he could just buy items anywhere in the game is also very solid. I think the major thing to really look at, though, is Ornn has a slow startup. And that's going to be... I mean, he was showing very strong against the Volibear, and I feel like the Volibear was just playing very cockily. I feel like the Volibear could learn from that last game as well, just as CSU's learning and adapting to how this team plays. And we are getting started here. Beginning of the game here. Excited to see how things start off. We're going to be waiting for probably about 1.5 minutes here. That World 2020 LeBlanc, absolutely great skin. To see CSU going probably for that red buff to start this time.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
And this is going to be immediately a team fight on bot lane. CSU's going to get a lot of good opportunity here. Singling out one of the things. Singling out the Volibear. Dropping in. And just Kaizik's immediately showing that the Tristana pick is extremely strong. I honestly think the Lilia Tristana is just, it has such good synergy. You can't not play it, in my opinion, as far as the team comp goes for this. Kaizix might not like Tristana, maybe that's the reason why, but seeing Jason return the lane here. Volibear putting up some ward, taking up some space in river. Everybody's kind of reset. Zeri's got boots, so that movement speed concern for getting out of Varus' way, being able to peel out, and even being able to chase is already huge. July immediately taking the Oracle lens here, which is interesting to me. I guess you do have World Atlas. You do have... That might just be a new thing just to be doing in general. Buying control wards for the support is a worthwhile investment. So being able to detect things with Oracle Lens early on, being able to pick out where the supports are, might be worthwhile as well. Especially considering how much push there is in bot lane. Aqualad diving in, not getting punished by the Varus, which is interestingly enough. So the Varus kind of focusing on trying to punish Scrub McLord. Isn't exactly the best thing. Scrub McLord does take a fair amount of damage though. I see Jason and this Volibear kind of doing some back and forth, trying to contest space as much as possible. They are respecting each other, unlike last game. I think the Volibear learned to kind of respect Jason's Ornn here. I mean, Jason is the GOAT. And oh my god, that's just the 3-man on mid lane. Or no, that's just LeBlanc's double there, doing some work. It's unfortunate for Kaizix. Rhaegas was doing a lot of good ganks last game as well. We're going to see him return the lane quickly with that teleport. Teleport's going to come in handy a lot later in the game for Tristana to get some good ganks off. I see Darksteel get purchased by LeBlanc. It's a good item to have. I've never really been a firm believer in Darksteel though. Maybe I'm just a bad player. Maybe that's the reason why I have no belief in it. I see Kaizix start to push down bot lane here after clearing lane. We're gonna see some heals come out from the Aqualad. Trying to keep Scrub McLord alive there. Getting a good peel off. Gragas getting shut down by Kaizix there. Derry going to be able to get out of there. Tristana collecting 2 kills. It's huge for Kaizix. Like I said, this Tristana could start beating people late game. And if he starts getting these early kills, especially, like I said, the synergy between Lilia and Tristana just being able to dive the way that they do. I see Tristana move back to mid lane. Ornn returning to top lane here after resetting there, probably for some health. Jason immediately already taking some damage from this Volibear. Chain Lightning is just such a strong ability, man. It's just, it makes farming with Volibear so easy. I mean, you can already see Jason's able to keep up just because he's such a good player, but this Volibear definitely relies on that Volibear for that CS lead there. We got the Drake spawning there. CSU immediately taking an early lead. That's good for them. 5 kills, 10k gold already in the pocket. Zeri already having the battle boots. Tristana getting 2 more kills there. Saving that money, not really figuring out what to spend it on. I feel like Kaizix is probably going to be holding back on what to spend on until he figures out what his opponents are buying into, trying to counter build probably. figure out who the biggest threats are, who he needs to deal with first, and that's who he's going to build against most likely. Weird Beard coming in a bit too strong there, giving the LeBlanc more space than would have been had Weird Beard not shown their hand before. And unfortunately going to be have to pay for that. It's an unfortunate death for Weird Beard. Mistakes like that are probably the reason why CSU lost that first game. Giving away their hand a bit early, not playing super patiently. See Jason building an item here. Gonna be picking up a armor piece there. Probably building into that Thorn Mail immediately to counter this Volibear. Aqualad just trying to feel out some space, try to bait out that hook from the Leona. Isaac's returning back to lane. Lilia soloing Drake. I think taking that now is actually going to be really big for CSU. They let it sit for way too long. They let the Gragas take up so much space in the early game, and that just led to that just led to things ending up poorly for CSU. And while Lilia is going to take a hit from that in terms of their level gain against this Gragas, Beard's Weird is already ahead because Gragas has been ganking so many lanes early on, trying to get kills, and unfortunately not really collecting a whole lot from it. They maybe got 3 kills out of that just from Gragas' ganks, but Gragas is going to start falling behind Beard's Weird here, and being down a Drake already is not going to be great for SHU. This Tristana LeBlanc kind of matchup here is really interesting to see, considering a lot of it's just trying to outspace one another, trying not to overcommit to anything. And there's LeBlanc overcommitting to something and paying for it. Leona saying, nah, I'm not gonna come there to support you. I gotta go back to bot lane. Nobody really knows what's going on in bot lane either. Zeri and Varus kind of just left alone as the supports try to figure out stuff in the river. Lilia stealing more jungle, trying to keep this Gragas behind. Probably going to be migrating either the blue buff or red buff next. Zeri just taking an early lead here on bot lane. Not to say, though, this Varus is still a big threat, especially right now for CSU. They can still do a lot of damage in a team fight. I think that's one thing that CSU is going to have to be concerned about, is making sure that Varus doesn't end up being their Achilles heel later on. See Varus come up to mid lane here, try to contest against this Tristana. See LeBlanc go to bot lane. Diana's going to be coming down mid lane as well. They're going to be moving early to mid lane here, which is interesting. Jason's going to be getting stunned here by the Volibear, pulling out his Unstoppable to try to get some distance there. We're going to be starting to move towards Grub's wave 2 here in mid lane. They're probably going to be wanting to capitalize on that as much as possible here. Beard's Weird, not going to really be too happy about that though, but Gragas is just so strong right now. Beard's Weird's going to want to try to support mid lane here. They're probably just going to surrender Grubs. I think that's the best option for CSU. Surrender Grubs, collect this Wolf, go get red buff, and retake some space here. Guys, he's going to see that there's nothing on that side of the map. It is going to reveal the LeBlanc. Going to start moving out here. Going back to mid lane, just going to let the LeBlanc take bot lane. Focusing on the farm. I like the idea. I don't like that this Varus and this Gragas could be coming down, though. Gragas decided to back instead, though. It's good for Kha'Zix. They could have easily gotten a lot of pressure down on Tristana, though, and slowed down Tristana's farm. Not really been a whole lot of action in the last few minutes from CSU or SHU. Everybody's playing a lot more patiently now. Isaac's moving back to mid lane. There's a lot of action going on bot lane. Or I guess not really a lot of action, but just more so a lot of people. LeBlanc coming back up from spawn after backing. Scrubmake Lord a little bit late to the party here. Does look like Drake's about to be there soon as well. This Infernal Drake could be really strong for CSU, considering we do have pretty two very strong bruisers, along with Jason just being able to benefit from it as well. If they can take this Infernal Drake, that's going to be really big for CSU. They're going to initiate it, they're going to start warding. They're going to try to take this one quickly here. They have the whole team there. Kha'Zix's going to start doing some shenanigans up there, trying to create some space for CSU. They get it done too, and they're out of there. No deaths, nothing to fear. Scrubmake Lord kind of stuck in a corner here, trying to bait out some people, trying to be a distraction, I think. I do think Scrubmake Lord has a dash. Yep, there's the dash coming out. Volibear split pushing, though. Unfortunately, claiming an objective, bringing back that gold lead that I was concerned about SHU taking. And a lot of that gold lead's just kind of buried in the Volibear right now. There's so much investment in this Volibear at this point in time, especially the LeBlanc as well. I think that's going to be scary for CSU, considering LeBlanc is a huge threat late game. We're going to have to take care of this Volibear as well. Not for the bounty necessarily, but just to kind of take care of his momentum here. And that's going to end up being a very easy task for CSU to do with 3 people just absolutely harassing this poor Volibear player. Beard's Weird going back up to kind of claim some more jungle space. Reptile spawning as well. They're going to want to congregate around that river. Taking this red buff from the Gragas is going to be a major play, though. If they can take this Herald right after, though, that's going to be a huge token for CSU to hold on to. They're going to be starting that right now. Gragas is scoping in, seeing that his red buff's gone, seeing how everybody is down on the Herald here. He's just going to decide to ignore that. They can't contest this at this point. They can't out-create enough team. He could try to steal, but I don't think it's worth dying for at this point in time. Gragas just coming in. Kha'Zix getting a little bit spooked there by the Gragas walking into the bush at the same time he was. This Volibear is going unchecked, kind of collecting objectives. Like I said, there's a lot of money in this Volibear right now. Just how there's a lot of money in this Zeri here. CSU is going to have to start really kind of pushing back here if they're going to want to hold this lead that they have. Aqualad getting these CCs off. Absolutely huge. Scrubbing Lord's gonna fall back. That Volibear coming in hot was a big threat there. Aqualad supporting Jason now. Scrubbing Lord gonna come back though, not deciding to reset, trying to get some more CS, trying to get a huge lead here. Jason's gonna build into Mercury Treads there. I think that is honestly a right deal considering majority of SHU's players here are magic resist. As much as I love the Thornmail, I feel like the Thornmail being the first item there for Ornn was not exactly the right choice. And I feel like upgrading the Thornmail against this team comp probably won't be the best decision either for Jason. He's going to be doing some back and forth against this Volibear now. He knows that this Volibear is a threat. He knows that he has no kills. He does have some assists here, but he's still behind in terms of the gold advantage from this Volibear. Volibear's gotten so many objectives for his team already. That's why he has such a huge gold lead against Jason now. And CSU is starting to come back from that gold lead. They were at 1.5k behind now. They're only about 1.1k now. And this next kill potentially could bring that back closer. Isaac's coming in. LeBlanc going to top lane here. Try to start getting some farm done. CSU going for the mid canyon strat though, just to kind of push off. You're gonna push back and go for the Chemtech Drake. Lord's gonna start going for some pressure here, just to try to get some surprise done. They're not actually gonna go for time touch Drake. They're gonna start resetting for some objective clears here, try to force a team fight. They are gonna start going for Chemtech though. They're not gonna have the support from Tristana like last time, which means that there will be a team fight here on bot lane. Greygod's trying to come in, see some stuff going on there. He's gonna try to steal this Drake. Ornn's ultimate coming in. He's gonna get stunned though. Beard's weird, getting a kill, getting killed, or no, Zeri getting killed in return. Everybody's going down, dropping like flies at this point. And that's unfortunate. The Volibear just being absolutely just the amount of objectives that they have claimed is what's giving them that advantage. Chemtech Drake going down and being claimed by SHU here. Only furthering the gold disadvantage that CSU has now. And now that they're caught back up on kills, CSU really needed to win that team fight. Baron Ashore respawning in about a minute here. I feel like CSU just needs to commit to the mid canyon strat. 4 on mid, 1 split pushing, maybe counter pushing. We do need Scrubbing Lord to just take this tower at this point. Getting this objective is going to be huge for Scrubbing Lord's econ. It's going to bring back some money here into CSU's side. It's going to start closing that gap. Volibear is going to deal with that pretty easily, surprisingly. That was a quick kill on the Herald. We are going to see them taking Baron ashore here. No, they're going to fall back from Baron ashore. Too much big of a threat. Everybody's too low of a level, I feel, to really, unless you have your whole team commit to it. Attacking it first probably is not a great idea for SHU, especially given the state of the game right now. Whole team's gonna start falling back here. Volibear did do a Unleash Teleport. Guys, it's going back to top lane here. Big team fight kind of congregating near river here. Top side. McLord kind of scoping some things out, trying to poke. Beard's weird. Doing some scouting as well. They're trying to bait out a team fight on Baron. They want the Baron so badly, and they want to have a team fight over it. I don't think CSU is going to really give them that option, though. They will keep poking around. They will keep prodding, but they're not going to fall into that trap, I feel. They don't want to take that risk, especially after losing the last team fight over Drake. They know that they have a gold disadvantage now, considering how badly they lost that fight. They're probably looking at this Volibear, looking at this LeBlanc, this massive CS lead as well. Seems the LeBlanc get revealed there. Isaac's going up against this Volibear, trying to harass him a little bit. Surprised this Volibear is afraid, considering he has a gold advantage, he has a level advantage. Isaac's getting pushed back there. Still gonna go after this Volibear though. I feel like given Isaac's like the thicker blade, the Kraken Slayer, all of that is gonna be really good against this Volibear. And I feel like the Grey Gods and the Volibear are the two main concerns here in terms of like killing in a team fight. We're gonna see them go for the Grey Gods, as I said they would, probably shutting that down quickly. It's a good thing because that's where a lot of the damage is coming from. Beard's weird, taking a lot of hits there. The LeBlanc. Jason going after the LeBlanc now, trying to kill the LeBlanc, corner things out. McLord. Ooh, Jason cornering this poor LeBlanc. Not going to really be able to do much in this situation. Oh my god, that was a good fake out by the LeBlanc there. And they're going to be able to escape narrowly. Scrub McLord was still in position. Things would have been great. Animosity going to go finally go down here. And unfortunately, turrets are just falling left and right on both teams here now. We're going to see the late game come out here. Jason did end up building into the Ornn upgraded Thornmail. I think that's the wrong pick in my opinion, though. I feel like Jack Show would have been a better pick as well, or maybe even just something with more magic resist, because he's being absolutely shredded. Yes, Varus is a threat. Yes, Leona does do some damage here. But I feel like the AP, the magic resistance, is much, especially from Jack Show, would have been much better for Jason to be building into here. I mean, you can see basically everybody on CSU's team has Mercury Treads here. It makes sense. McLord here kind of cut things off. They're going to get a Varus kill. They're going to move out. They're not going to want to let this LeBlanc get behind them. Volibear is going to be coming in, split pushing. Probably going to try to take another tower here. This Volibear pick is very, very strong at just full-on blade pulling at this point. Jason wanting to chase that. Unfortunately, Volibear just has the better movement speed. Gonna see Zeri pick up the Infinity Edge. That's huge for CSU. Chem Tech Drake coming up in 3 minutes now. CSU's really starting to fall behind after an early lead. Isaac's getting this Volibear, allowing him to run away. I think that is the right choice there, not chasing that. You don't really know what's there. Gragas could be anywhere. They don't know where half the enemy team is here. Meanwhile, SHU kind of has eyes on basically every member of CSU, minus Lilia. Well, now they know where Lilia is, having thrown out that ball. Kaiser is going to reset here. Trying to bring back full health, just in case that Volibear comes back around. Going to be seeing a lot of congregation on top side here. Jason getting a little bit close for comfort there. It's not none of the LeBlancs behind him now. Oh, that was a clone though. LeBlanc's going to come through, mark him. Jason's going to get out of there though before a lock can go down. He knows that he's weak on this Magic Resist. He knows he can't win a duel against this LeBlanc. Lilia getting shut down though by the Varus is not going to be so great on the Econ. CSU was starting to pull back with the Econ, but now they're losing that advantage again. Isaac's getting teleported in here. Isaac's going in for this kill on Varus, taking him out. This Gragas would be a good kill to have. LeBlanc kind of scaring him off here, and unfortunately he's going to get shut down. This is unfortunate. The Volibear's in the fight now too, taking things down. Jason's going to get absolutely crashed on now, and that's unfortunate for CSU. Luckily, I don't think Volibear and Gragas have enough power by themselves to take this Baron, so that's going to stall things out for longer. But now, that gold lead just got furthered even more than before. CSU starting to really fall behind. Again, after an early lead, this Volibear is just so strong right now. Level 18, having taken so many objectives for SHU, he's a massive threat. And there's not really much that CSU can really do against them. They're going to have to start targeting this Volibear. And so long as this Volibear keeps split pushing, there's not much that they can really do except for send the right person in. And I honestly think that Tristana is the only person that can really hold a candle to this Volibear at this point in time. Tristana picking up Mortal Reminder, that's going to be huge against this Volibear. Like I said, I think that's the pick here. Tristana versus Volibear. I think Tristana's going to win here. CSU's going to have to start pushing for a lot more team fights. They're probably going to... They could trade this Baron to shore for the Drake, but I think the Volibear is just going to go in and start soloing this Drake during this team fight. That's going to be really bad for CSU, though. They don't know the Volibear's there.
Red team has slain the dragon.
That's unfortunate for CSU. Nobody boarded it. Nobody knew. Nobody had any information on the bot side of the map. CSU really wanting to get this Baron to shore now. They don't want to give anything up. You're going to go ahead and initiate it. I don't exactly like that choice, but they are put in a good position here. They have the team separated by Orin's ult here. They can take out this Lilia, or Leona. That's a huge thing for CSU. They're going to take out the LeBlanc. That's absolutely massive. They're going to get 2 kills out of that. Sure, they lost the Drake, but they're going to end up getting a whole lot more out of it. They're going to start going for this Baron ashore.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Aqualad getting some heals off here. Tristana probably gonna back here and take care of this Volibear. Varus coming back early. Dude, this Volibear is just so powerful right now. Having so much CS lead, having just everything massive. Kaizek's getting drop down so quickly. Going down there, it's just... This Volibear is just so fed. He's been given so many objectives. He's soloed so many objectives. And at this point in time, there's not really much CSU can really do to counter this. I mean, CSU's still very close on gold, but a lot of the gold put into SHU's team is all in that Volibear, all in that Gragas. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be seeing the end of this kind of push up towards River. He's probably going to go for another team fight, try to take advantage of that push up either top lane or mid. I see CSU going for that mid canyon strat again. Falling for the LeBlanc clone there. Well, LeBlanc's just so good against this team, though. You can do so many fake outs with her, and it's just... This is definitely a brawling style team for CSU. Unfortunately, they're going to have a hard time approaching without Isaacs there. We're going to go ahead and see CSU kind of suffer a little bit. And yeah, there we go. That's just CSU not paying attention to this Volibear. And it's the Volibear is just so strong at this point. It's just so much, so many kills, so many objectives claimed. And like I said, so much of that gold that SHU has isn't equally dispersed. A lot of it's just dumped into this Volibear. And I mean, they're already level 19. What can you do? That's just game right there. Volibear taking out towers by themselves. And that's it for CSU. The Jason can't really do much except for try to kill Varus. Everything's on Beard's Weird now to try to salvage what they can. The rest of the team's coming in hot. This Volibear has a lot of attack speed. There's not a whole lot that's going to be able to be done here. If he just focuses on the Fang, he'll be fine. And that's exactly what the Volibear does, claiming game 2 for SHU. And that is GG's. CSU suffers their first loss of the season from NACE. That is unfortunate. That Volibear is just becoming so strong late game. Look at those. Look at... And just look at the amount of gold that Volibear had. 19,000. Unless you had, I mean, Zeri was getting close to that, but even then, Zeri's super squishy. They can't really do much against a fed Volibear like that. And that's just unfortunate. Look at the amount of damage they did. And just the sheer amount of gold that Volibear had invested in them was absolutely crazy. And Jason was trying to get close. Beard's Weird was getting close with the amount of objectives that they claimed. We know Tristana was doing some damage against them pretty strongly towards the middle of the game, but that Volibear, as soon as that Rod of Ages getting built up, the sheer amount of attack speed, it was just very hard at that point in time. Once the Volibear started getting that gold lead, to really do, there was nothing that CSU could really do against that, and that's unfortunate for them. And hopefully they review that VOD, they start seeing where that weak point was and how to handle that in the future. I do think that is just kind of paying attention to split pushes a bit more. I feel like that's something that they can work on here now. I feel like they were not very quick on dealing with that tonight. And they just need to have somebody who's more dedicated towards countering those split pushes, whether that's Jason, whether that's Kha'Zix, could even be Beard's Weird, though I feel like the Lilia pick and the Zara pick and some of the picks that we've seen from Beard's Weird so far this season is more suited for the ganks, more suited for the supporting role and the movement roles, and just kind of being that leading voice, that initiator. So I feel like it's just down to the Kha'Zix, really, Kha'Zix or Jason, to kind of counter those split pushes, because Zeri and Rakan, or rather Scrub McLord and Aqualad, are really necessary in team fights, especially with the amount of damage that Scrub McLord pulls off. And that's going to be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We'll catch you guys tomorrow with some more games. Hope you guys watch, and I will see you guys later.